But listen, Miss Pugh, don't speak over me. Miss Pugh, just because you say respectfully does not mean that you get to interrupt me. That's disrespectful, right? Hang on. Listen, Miss Pugh, stop talking over me. If you want to stop talking over me.
Where is the verified claim that is being placed against my trust?
You can go back with the bailiff. Go back with the bailiff. Get your own attorney or represent yourself if you don't like it.
All right, everyone, buckle up because today's courtroom showdown is between a no-nonsense judge and a sovereign citizen who's clearly not operating at full capacity. This woman showed up clutching a tiny slip of paper filled with the same recycled sovereign citizen nonsense we've all seen before, thinking she'd deliver some groundbreaking legal argument and waltz right out of court like a free woman. Spoiler alert, that plan didn't exactly work out. Honestly, the fact she managed to read that paper at all is more surprising than her actual defense. This one's going to be wild from start to finish. Drop your thoughts down below. Do you think she even understood what she was saying? Let's jump straight into the madness and see how this courtroom disaster unfolds.
Good morning. Are you Janetta Pugh?
I am the beneficiary of that estate.
You're the what?
I am the beneficiary of that estate.
You're the beneficiary of what estate? Answer my questions, please, ma'am. I'm just trying to understand.
Beneficiary of that estate.
Okay.
For the record, I recognize Ms. Pugh. She's been here before.
I do as well, for the record.
And I looked into Mr. Christopher Wiley. I can't find that person as a practicing lawyer in the state bar page, and I have not been contacted by anybody on Ms. Pugh's behalf.
All right, so Ms. Pugh, Mr. Lewis has been appointed to represent you at this point. Obviously, you know as well as anyone that you're in custody and we want to get your case taken care of. If you've hired or your family has hired another lawyer, then they have to contact the court so that we can do something with your case. And do you know if they've hired someone?
Respectfully, Your Honor, I do not agree with your appointed foreign agents, considering that the first duty is to the state and will be considered conflict of interest.
Okay, so if you don't want, the only thing I can do, I'm appointing an attorney to you to help you, right? So if you don't want a court-appointed attorney, then your only option, two things. One is to represent yourself or to hire a lawyer. So if you don't like the way it works, then you do something different. So are you, listen to what I'm saying. Are you either going to represent yourself? Or are you going to let Mr. Lewis represent you? Or are you going to hire someone?
Objection, Your Honor. Respectfully, is this a court of record?
It is a court of record. So your objection's overruled.
Okay. Respectfully, Your Honor, where is the verified claim that is being placed against my trust?
It's right here. It's called an indictment. And Mr. Lewis has a copy of it and he can show it to you. So that would be the verified claim against you.
Okay. Your Honor, respectfully, Your Honor, there were writs that was filed to the case that still haven't been received.
I've received your petition for writ of habeas corpus and it's denied.
Okay. Respectfully, Your Honor, I demand to be released due to lack of evidence of stated claim and not being given the proper opportunity to obtain proper counsel to effective defense.
It's overruled.
Okay.
You're running out, aren't you?
No, it's fine.
Nope, this is definitely not fine. In fact, she's putting on a complete spectacle, and honestly, it's kind of entertaining to watch. I'm really liking this judge's approach, though. She's just calmly letting this girl ramble through her ridiculous sovereign citizen monologue, almost like she's waiting for her to run out of fuel. It's funny, really. These people always believe they've discovered some hidden legal loophole that'll magically set them free. But as any court watcher knows, that's not how the justice system works. Saying, "I don't consent," doesn't erase charges like a magic spell. Courts have ruled against this nonsense countless times. What's genuinely surprising, though, is that this sovereign citizen even managed to read her little script. Let's be honest, that's not something you see every day in this crowd. But jokes aside, how did she even end up here? I'm seriously curious about her thought process. She actually comes across as polite and respectful, using your honor and all, but it's clear she's totally lost, clinging to empty phrases hoping for a miracle. Let me know your thoughts down below because, honestly, I can't wrap my head around it. Reading about sovereign citizens is one thing, but walking into court and performing like this? That's next-level confusion. But don't go anywhere. This hearing isn't over yet, and trust me, it only gets messier from here.
So here's the thing, Miss Pugh. I appreciate your position, but listen,
Respectfully, Your Honor,
Miss Pugh, don't speak over me.
Respectfully, Your Honor, with my incarceration.
Miss Pugh, just because you say respectfully does not mean that you get to interrupt me. That's disrespectful, right? Hang on. Listen to me. Everything you have there is overruled. And here's one of the reasons why, is because you have a lawyer. And your lawyer will file the appropriate motion. You're interrupting me again, which is disrespectful. So I'm going to leave Mr. Lewis as your attorney unless you choose to represent yourself or hire someone else. I'm going to give you 2 weeks to determine what you're going to do. You can go back. You can go back with the bailiff.
I do not agree or comply to your appointed
Go back.
agents.
You already said that, and that's overruled.
Is to the state.
Go back with the bailiff. Get your own attorney or represent yourself if you don't like it.
Yeah, that was seriously painful to watch, but don't think it's over just yet. Believe it or not, this sovereign citizen actually returns for round 2 in a later hearing, and don't worry, I've got the full breakdown of that disaster coming up too. At this point, though, I honestly feel like the judge deserves some kind of award for sheer patience. I mean, trying to reason with a sovereign citizen like this is basically like arguing with a brick wall, except the wall thinks it's a constitutional expert. So, major respect to the judge for staying composed through all of this. What's interesting is that while the judge is definitely sharp with her responses, she's also maintaining a surprising level of patience. She's balancing firmness with professionalism, and honestly, it's impressive. But what do you guys think? Is the judge handling it the right way, or would you have lost your patience by now? Personally, I think she's doing an incredible job keeping the situation under control. Now, let's jump ahead to that next hearing and see if this sovereign citizen finally learns anything, or if she just digs herself even deeper. Stay tuned, because it's about to get even more chaotic.
Perfect. So, Miss Pugh, Mr. Jeffries has been appointed to represent you. He's just been given, he's trying to get caught up real quickly on all the information and the discovery in your case. I'm going to reset your case so that he can get all of that. Once he gets it, he'll be out there to go over it with you, and we'll see if we can get an announcement at the next court date.
Respectfully, Your Honor, I do not agree to comply with any of your appointed court agents, considering that their first duty is to the state.
I understand. We've had this conversation before.
And for your record, I'll be representing myself.
So if you want to represent yourself, there's some things. Ms. Pugh, stop talking over me. If you want to stop talking over me. If you want to represent yourself, then there is a process that we have to go through, and we'll do that today if that's what you want to do. We'll get your case set for trial and we'll go forward that way. It is highly inadvisable for you to represent yourself. Lawyers have many, many years of training. They understand the law. They understand how a trial works, because here's what happens. When you're in a trial and you represent yourself, you're expected to know and follow all of the rules of evidence, all the rules of procedure. And so you're really at a disadvantage if you don't know those things. And so you have to do everything just like the assistant district attorney would. And if you don't, you're going to be in front of a jury and it's going to show, and it's just not going to be, it usually does not work out in your benefit. But I have to go through with you some questions first before we do that. And then if you still want to do that, then there's a couple of things couple of options, and we'll go over those as well. Okay. So I am supposed to ask you, I'm going to go through these questions. I need you to answer them if you want to represent yourself, because this is required. All right. So have you ever studied the law? Okay. Have you ever represented yourself before in any kind of criminal matter? Okay. Do you understand the charges against you?
I never been accused of it.
Okay. And so do you know, and we've gone over before, I think, what the range of punishment is if you're found guilty on a jury? Do you know what that is? Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me pull you up here. We'll go over that again as well. The date of that allegations from June 22nd of 2021. And what that means is if you're found guilty, that the range of punishment that the jury could give you is between 2 years as a minimum punishment up to 10 years in prison, anywhere in between. Do you understand? And you answer out loud just for the record.
Do I understand? No, I don't understand.
What do you not understand about that?
I'm not even kidding. I could have called that line before she said it. At this point, guys, these sovereign citizens have taken up permanent space in my brain, and honestly, it's starting to hurt. Day after day, breaking down their absurd arguments is like a slow drain on my sanity. It's sad, honestly. Many of these people probably do have some serious mental health struggles, but beyond that, they're straight up draining public resources for no reason. Courthouses, judges, law enforcement, they're all working on tight budgets and tight schedules, yet these folks think wasting everyone's time with their nonsense is some kind of victory. What's even more surprising this time around? She didn't bring her little crumpled script from the last hearing. Maybe her short stint under county lockup taught her to memorize her lines, who knows? But let's be real, if she's planning to keep representing herself, things aren't looking good for her future. She's probably facing anywhere from 8 to 10 years if she keeps digging this hole. So, let's get back to the hearing and see if she's actually serious about defending herself. If she is, it's about to go downhill fast.
I don't understand, Your Honor.
So here's the thing. If you want to represent yourself by law, you have to be able to understand these things. Otherwise, I've got to appoint an attorney for you. So you can't just say, I want to represent myself because I don't like the attorney or I don't like the process. This is the process that you're in. You live in Texas, you live in the United States. This is the law that applies to your case. So what do you not understand about the range of punishment if you're found guilty? And I'd be glad to explain it.
I don't understand because I haven't did anything wrong.
That's what a jury's for, right? And so if you say you're not guilty, then you go in front of a jury and they determine after they listen to the evidence if you're guilty or not. That doesn't have anything to do with if they find you guilty, you understanding that they could send you to prison for between 2 years and up to 10 years. Do you understand that part? What are you, yes or no? No, you don't understand that. So, Ms. Pugh, it's my understanding, I'm not going to allow you to represent yourself because you don't understand the law and the process. So we're on question number 4 out of 15 that I'm supposed to ask you. So Mr. Jeffries is going to stay on your case. I don't care what you want at this point. You can't do it. All right, you can go back with the bailiff. I'm done. Go back with the bailiff. Go back with the bailiff. Welcome to the criminal appointment list.
Yeah, fun, Judge.
This was not meant to be any kind of punishment, I promise. So Mr. Jeffries, get ready like you would. Probably it's going to go straight onto a jury.
Right, I would
And
assume.
we'll just get it figured out that way. All right.
Honestly, I've got to say it. This judge handled the entire situation like a total professional. In my opinion, she deserves a solid 10 out of 10 for how she managed this mess. But hey, if you think I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments. From where I'm sitting, she did everything possible to give that sovereign citizen a fair hearing before finally reaching her limit and having her removed from the courtroom. Her patience throughout was honestly next level. I mean, if I were in her shoes, I probably would have snapped within the first 10 minutes. But she kept her cool, stayed professional, and gave this girl every chance to get her act together. That said, it's honestly kind of sad watching people spiral like this. You could tell the judge really tried to guide her, offering every opportunity to make a real case. But let's face it, we all knew exactly how this was going to end. And before I forget, A big apology to anyone out there who feels like they lost brain cells sitting through this courtroom disaster. I feel you. Watching sovereign citizens fumble their way through basic legal questions is both painfully cringy and weirdly addictive at the same time. What got me was watching this woman's brain practically overheating, trying to invent answers to the judge's clear questions, like watching someone try to moonwalk their way out of a dead-end alley. But hey, what do you guys think? Drop your thoughts below. I'd love to hear how you feel about the judge's handling of this mess. If you enjoyed breaking down this courtroom chaos with me, a like and a subscribe would mean a lot. I'm dropping fresh content every single day, so stick around for more. Thanks for watching, and take care, everyone.